Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to The Blink, Conversations of Life, Love, and Gratitude. I'm your host, Tanisha Campbell, one of four community relations coordinators. We understand that life can happen in the blink of an eye. Here at Gift of Life Michigan MOTEP, we want to share the stories of those impacted in the blink. This series will feature donor families, recipients, volunteers, and advocates. The Blink is designed to bring you real stories of real individuals and families. If you would like to be a guest on The Blink, contact me at tcampbell@golm.org or log into Volunteer Hub to sign up. Today, we have a special guest, Shrishti Gowda. Shrishti has been an avid volunteer and advocate of organ and tissue donation. Welcome, Shrishti. Thank you for joining us today, and let's jump right in. So, Shrishti, tell us a little bit about who you are.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Shrishti Gowda. I'm 17 years old, and I've been a Gift of Life Michigan volunteer for the past 4 years. I actually recently graduated from high school. This past Saturday was my graduation from Troy High, which was very exciting. And throughout high school, I've been very involved in organ donation advocacy. I've been a Gift of Life Michigan volunteer, and I think it's really been an important part of my life the past 4 years. And I've also been a Girl Scout since I was in second grade and did my Girl Scout Gold Award on organ donation, just like raising awareness of the shortage of organ donors in our country. I also say in terms of like my personality, I'm a very creative person. I've played the violin and danced since a very young age. And the last thing is that I'm a very like family-oriented person. I have a close relationship with my family, and one of the favorite things that we like to do together is like try out different types of food and go to different restaurants in the Troy area. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
And Shrishti, you have been a great volunteer. You have definitely helped us with a lot of our programs that we've had, especially the youth-based programs. So we just definitely want to say thank you, and we appreciate it. And we're so proud of you. Congratulations on graduating high school. And I know that you will have a bright future. So the next question is, what have you experienced that has happened to you in the blink of an eye?
I guess since I just graduated high school, I would probably have to say just like high school in general. I think like everyone can say this, but I'd say just because I graduated, during the pandemic, like within a year of the pandemic, I graduated. I think that just having like the COVID-19 pandemic and everything that happened, it's made time go a lot faster, I'd say. And I think that, during my senior year, it's been very unconventional, but I'm really grateful that I was able to, have a graduation. And I just think that the whole experience of high school just went by too quickly. But in many ways, I also felt like it was a little long too. So I don't know.
Well, if you thought high school went by really fast, wait until you see how quickly college goes by.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
College definitely goes by in the blink of an eye. So let's talk a little bit about how you are connected to organ and tissue donation.
Yeah, so I think it all really started in 8th grade. So my brother and I, we both had Mrs. Costello as our 8th grade English teacher at Baker in Troy. My brother had her in 2016 and I had her the year after in 2017. And during both those years, she was waiting for an organ transplant. And so my brother and I really learned about, the struggles that people endure while waiting for a kidney transplant or any organ in general. And I really learned about how so many teens and just people my age don't really know about the organ donor shortage. And I was able to even learn more about how there's a lack of organ donors in Michigan and in our country. And so we wanted to do something about it and educate this particular demographic. And I think that it's so especially important because when you get your driver's license at the age of 16, they ask you if you want to be an organ donor or not. And it's really important that high schoolers know what organ donation is so that they can make an informed decision and just do what's best for them and their families. And one of the ways we kind of address this issue of the organ donor shortage is by co-founding a club at my high school called Gift 8 Lives in 2018. So here we educate our peers about organ donation, and we've actually been able to sign up over 200 new donors at Troy High and in the Troy City area. And most of the things we do is just like raising awareness of organ donation in our student body. But the most consistent thing that I'd say we do is our monthly meetings. So we have brought in organ transplant recipients, transplant surgeons, Gift of Life Michigan employees, and just anyone who has been in the organ donation community or affected by organ transplantation in some way. And the reason we do that is for the members of our club and the other students at Troy High to really understand the importance of organ donation and kind of hear that firsthand perspective of what it is. Another example of what we did is by setting up a table in our high school media center where we were able to educate our fellow students about organ donation. And we were also able to dispel some myths and misconceptions by having conversations and handing out educational materials, which was great.
That's awesome. I just want to commend you and your brother on starting that group. We have done a lot of work with you, educating the youth about organ and tissue donation through Gift 8 Lives. And we're very appreciative for you and your brother and that group. And we hope that they keep the group going now that you have graduated.
Yes, it will keep on going.
Awesome. That's awesome. So I know you talked a little bit about how you set up tables and participated at your school. But how, outside of that, how have you helped further educate people about donation? What other projects have you worked on?
Mm-hmm. So when I decided that I wanted to move forward and earn the highest award in Girl Scouting, which is the Girl Scout Gold Award, I knew that I wanted to do it on organ donation and kind of continue raising awareness of the shortage of organ donors. But I knew that I had to do it in a different way. And it's something separate from what I had done with Gift 8 Lives. So I really want to expand past that. So I think that the way that I've kind of further been able to educate people is in 3 different ways. So the first way, or the first part of my Gold Award project, was where I worked on a toolkit in partnership with Gift of Life Michigan to create like a comprehensive organ donation, I guess like almost like a packet or like a brochure that will be available for driver's education schools throughout the state of Michigan. And I think that since I am still a teenager, and I was a teenager when I worked on it, but I think that was very helpful. I was able to kind of give my perspective as a high schooler on what high schoolers are used to and what they kind of want to see when they're being educated about important information like this. The second part of my Gold Award project was Libraries for Life, and it was a specific event that I did in my high school. We actually teamed up with Gift 8 Lives to work on this, where we were able to sign up more than 150 people on the organ donor registry. And Libraries for Life is run through Gift of Life Michigan and Michigan Libraries for Life, but it's basically where libraries across the state of Michigan set up tables with like brochures and like a whole bunch of information about organ donation. And Troy High was actually the first high school library to get to do that. So that was a really great experience for us. We set it up right in our media center. We had lots of candy and everything in the morning and after school to hand out and just have conversations with our peers about. And the third part of my Gold Award project and how I was, further able to educate people about organ donation is through the Gift of Life HOSA Challenge. So as you know, it's basically a challenge where all of these HOSA chapters in Michigan try to compete to see who can sign up the most organ donors or get the most like points through activities. And I also worked in partnership with, Gift of Life Michigan, obviously, but also the Troy High HOSA chapter at our school. And through that, we were also able to educate even more people about it because, everybody loves a good competition and wants to win a prize, So that was a great experience for sure.
Awesome. And then since you're going to college next year, we definitely would love to help you participate in Campus Challenge next year. Um,
Yes.
Wayne State University has been our winner for the last 10 years. So I know that once you get off to college, you'll give a little bit of heat
Yes,
to
yes.
this
I'm looking
competition.
forward to that for sure.
Awesome. So what drew you into organ and tissue donation? What attracted you to help people that needed transplants?
I mean, it kind of first started obviously when with the experience I had with my English teacher and everything, but
Mhm.
I was able to understand that organ donation is a very quick thing. You can sign up on the registry, and it can really change someone's life and give them a second chance. And I think that that's something so beautiful and so pure, that everyone can do. And not only is it good for the person that's gonna receive your organs, but also I feel like it's a great way like to leave a lasting legacy for yourself. You're doing something kind for someone, and that's really admirable. And that's kind of why I was drawn to that and educating fellow teenagers and other people about organ donation.
Yeah, and you have done an amazing job educating the youth. You've educated youth, adults, peers, teachers. Um, you have absolutely reached out to everybody, and we definitely recognize you and appreciate you. Um, if you could educate a person on one thing about organ donation, what would it be?
I mean, this kind of goes along with what I just said, but I think the main part about organ donation is just with a little bit of effort, you can make an enormous impact on someone's life. And I don't think it's just the person's life that you're making an impact on, but it's like their family, their friends. It's not just the person itself. Anyone who has come in contact with that person or knows that person will, be able to be touched by organ donation. So one simple yes to organ donation, or checking off on your driver's license, could mean the world to someone, and that's something that we really need to tell people when we're talking to them about organ donation. I think that's the most important fact about organ donation, in my opinion.
And what is one of your most memorable volunteer moments?
There's definitely been a lot of great moments, but I think that my favorite would have to be the Living Differently live stream that we had back in December, which is basically where I was able to talk to people my age, teenagers or people in their 20s, about what it was like to receive an organ transplant at a young age. And I think for me, I've been able to talk to a lot of adults or people that are a lot older than me, talk about what it was like to get a transplant, or like the wives of organ donors or the parents of organ donors. But I think that just being able to talk to people that are my age and have grown up in this era, it was really inspiring to me, because I could hear their stories and understand that how amazing and grateful that I should be about just being here, being able to live life. So yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the things people don't often realize is that organ and tissue donation also impacts the lives of youth, and that
Mm-hmm.
there are youth waiting for different transplants,
Yeah.
and that one person can save up to 8 lives and enhance the lives of up to 75 others. Um, we're getting close to the end of our Blink series today, and just one more question about yourself, Shrishti. What are your future goals?
Yeah, so I will be attending Michigan State University this fall. Go Green! As part of the Osteopathic Medical Scholars Program with MSU Com. I plan to major in psychology, and I want to become a physician in the future. And I'll definitely, I definitely look forward to continuing to advocate for organ donation and volunteer with Gift of Life Michigan during college. I'm definitely also looking forward to the campus challenge. I think that will be a really great experience for me as well, and to be a part of at MSU. So I'm really looking forward to the next couple of years for sure.
Well, thank you for joining us today, Shrishti, and sharing your story with the world. I know you have definitely impacted somebody, and giving them a reason to go and sign up on the organ donor registry. If you have any questions about signing up on the organ donor registry, you can always visit us at golm.org. And if you would like to share your story or come on the Blink one day, you can simply send me an email at tcampbell@golm.org. Remember, that's tcampbell@golm.org. Also, thanks, Kirsty. And join us on Thursday, June 24th. Deja Foster will be our next guest on the Blink. She will share her stories of life, love, and gratitude. And until next time, we thank you for joining us here at the Blink.
Thank you so much.